प्यारे से वतन में हो, प्यारे से वतन में, उस मीठे से वतन में हो, अव्यक्त वतन में हम उड़ के चले जाएं, ओ हम उड़ के चले जाएं उस प्यारे से वतन में, उस मीठे से वतन में।
Om Shanti. Today, today, Bap Dada is seeing all of God's lovely children everywhere. Today, Bap Dada is seeing all of God's lovely children everywhere. Out of multi-millions, there are only a handful of God's lovely children. Out of multi-millions, there are only a handful of God's lovely children. Because it is only at this time that you are able to experience God's love throughout the whole cycle. Throughout the whole cycle, you have experienced the love of souls, of great souls, and of religious souls. Throughout the whole cycle, you have experienced the love of souls, of great souls, and of religious souls. But God's love can only be experienced now at the confluence age. But God's love can only be experienced now at the confluence age. Which all of you children are experiencing. If someone were to ask you, where is God? What reply would you give him? He is with me. He stays with me. He stays in my heart. So when someone asks you where God is, what reply would you give him? He is with me. He stays with me. He stays in my heart. You experience this, do you not? Only you know. Only you know this, and only you have the experience of this love. Only you know this, and only you have the experience of this love. The Father stays in my heart, and I stay in the Father's heart. You know that you know that only you know that only you have received the fortune to experience the intoxication of God's love. You know that only you have received the fortune to experience the intoxication of God's love. What is the sign when someone has love for someone? What is a sign of that? When someone has love for someone, the sign of that is that one will sacrifice himself to the one whom he loves. The sign of that is he will sacrifice himself to the one whom he loves. So all of you do know, don't you, what the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul wants from all of you children. The Father's desire for each one of you children is that each one of you becomes equal to the Father. This is what the Father's desire is, that each one of you become equal to the Father. As is the Father, so should the children's stage also become just as elevated like that of the Father. What is that elevated stage? The stage of complete purity. What is that elevated stage? It is the stage of complete purity. Such purity that impurity cannot come even in your dreams. The stage of complete purity is such purity that impurity cannot even come in your dreams. Are you creating such a completely pure stage? Are you creating such a completely pure stage? A stage of purity in which there is no name or trace of any type of impurity. A stage of purity in which there is no name or trace of any type of impurity. present because of time coming close. Because of time coming close, Bap Dada is giving this signal. Bap Dada is giving this signal because of time coming close. Bap Dada is giving this signal according to the closeness of time. According to the closeness of time, even having waste thoughts, is a sign of impurity. Even having waste thoughts is a sign of impurity. So check throughout the day. Whether any waste thoughts of arrogance, abhiman, or insult, apman, pulls you towards itself. So check throughout the day whether any waste thoughts of arrogance or insult pull you towards whether any waste thought of arrogance or insult pulls you towards itself. While moving along, while moving along, if you consider the specialities given to you by the Father to be your own speciality and become arrogant about them, if you consider, while moving along, if you consider the specialities given to you by the Father to be your own speciality and become arrogant, then that is also waste thoughts and impure thoughts of the consciousness of I. Then that is also waste thoughts and impure thoughts of the consciousness of I, such as I am no less, I am no less, I also know everything. I am no less, I also know everything. Or my thought is right and elevated. Only my thought is right and elevated. Such thoughts of the ego of I, are also a trace of subtle impurity. Only my thought is right and elevated. Such thoughts of the ego of I are also a trace of subtle impurity. So check yourself. Check yourself. If there is any trace of waste thought of any type of impurity still remaining. So check yourself that there isn't any trace of waste thought of any type of impurity still remaining. So, because you lovely children, because you lovely children of God are instruments, because you lovely children of God are instruments to bring the time of establishment of the pure world close. Because you lovely children of God are instruments to bring the time of establishment of the pure world close. The vibration of such instrument souls spread everywhere. The vibration of such instrument souls spread everywhere. Therefore, check. So, check. Whether, so check, are any type of wasteful thought, are any type of wasteful thoughts pulling you towards themselves? Therefore, check, are any type of wasteful thoughts pulling you towards themselves? Because now, because now the pure world, because now the pure world and the pure kingdom are coming close. Because now the pure world and the pure kingdom are coming close. So, the vibrations of purity are needed as sorrow and peacelessness are increasing in different forms everywhere. So, the vibrations of purity are needed as sorrow and peacelessness are increasing in different forms everywhere. The reason for sorrow and peacelessness is impurity. The reason for sorrow and peacelessness is impurity. So, impure souls. So, impure souls and devotee souls. So, impure souls and devotee souls now need double service. Impure souls and devotee souls now need double service. Bap Dada has seen that service through words, is taking place everywhere with a lot of splendor. Bap Dada has seen that service through words is taking place everywhere with a lot of splendor. You are now also finishing their complaint. You are now also finishing their complaint. However, souls now need extra sakash. However, souls now need extra sakash. You can do this by giving them sakash, courage, and zeal and enthusiasm by serving them through your mind. And you can do this by giving them sakash, courage, and zeal and enthusiasm by serving them through your mind. So at this time, there is need for doing double service. There's need for doing double service, and for this, Bap Dada has said that each of you children, for this, Bap Dada has said that each of you children should consider yourself to be an ancestor. That each one of you children should consider yourself to be an ancestor, the foundation of the Kalpa tree. You are the ancestors and worthy of worship souls. So you are the foundation of this Kalpa tree, the ancestors and worthy of worship souls. Bap Dada continues to hear the sound of the unhappy children. Bap Dada continues to hear the sound of the unhappy children. The sound of the call of those souls, the sound of the call of those souls should reach you, children. The sound of the call of those souls should reach you, children. As much as you become completely pure souls, you are becoming that, and you have become that. But as well as that, but as well as that, you also have to increase service through the mind. You also have to increase service through the mind. Today, Today, happiness, peace, and contentment in the souls are decreasing in the world. Today, happiness, peace, and contentment in the souls are decreasing in the world. So now, you souls who are worthy of receiving God's love, so now, you souls who are worthy of receiving God's love, need to give souls a handful of love, contentment, and happiness. So now you souls who are worthy of receiving God's love need to give souls a handful of love, contentment, and happiness. You have to give a handful of happiness to the unhappy souls. You have to give a handful of happiness to the unhappy souls. And for that, firstly, what you have to do? Firstly, give sakash by serving with your mind. Give sakash by serving with your mind. And secondly, so firstly, give sakash by serving with your mind. And secondly, reveal the Father through your face and activity. Reveal the Father through your face and activity. Bap Dada is pleased with the service that you are doing and have done up to now. Bap Dada is pleased with the service that you are doing and have done up to now, and that there is zeal and enthusiasm everywhere. So there is zeal and enthusiasm everywhere, but one service still remains to be done. Until now, there has been the sound that Brahma Kumaris make human beings good. Until now, there has been the sound that Brahma Kumaris make human beings good. And that you liberate them from impure interactions. The government wants what the governments want from the youth group, you are doing that service very well. You are doing the service very well that the government wants the youth group to do. However, now, however, now, they should say, the Father has come, the Father has come, God has already come. That they are giving knowledge given by the Father. My Father has come to give the inheritance. By their vision, now going to the Father, by their vision now going to the Father, they will be attracted by God's love, and they will be attracted by God's love and godly attraction. They have already begun to say, this is good, this is good. They have already begun to say this. But the revelation of God, the Father, will attract them and make them good. But the revelation of God, the Father, will attract them and make them good. So, they should now they should recognize the Father. The one whom they had been remembering is giving that knowledge and that inheritance. Now, this is what they should say, that the one whom they had been remembering is giving that knowledge and that inheritance. So, now bring them close to the Father. So now bring them close to the Father through your mind. The Father should be revealed through your face, your activity, and your eyes. The Father should be revealed through your face, your activity, and your eyes. So now, make this plan among yourselves as to how you can reveal the Father through your face, your activity, your eyes, through your mind. So Baba has given this work. So now make this plan among yourselves. Bab Dada saw that children have put the plans that Bab Dada has given them. Bap Dada saw that children have put the plans that Bap Dada has given from time to time into practice with great discipline and with a lot of zeal and enthusiasm, and that you are still doing that. For this, Bap Dada is giving all the children multi-million fold congratulations. And for this, all the children, Bap Dada is giving to all the children multi-million fold congratulations. Yes, yes, you can clap loudly. So first they were clapping softly and then Baba told them to clap loudly. So multi-million congratulations as the children are doing whatever Bab Dada has said with a lot of zeal and enthusiasm. Now make the addition. What addition we have to do? Now make the addition that God is giving an inheritance. This addition should come. Now God is giving them an inheritance. And if they don't take the inheritance now, then when will they take it? If they don't take the inheritance now, then when will they take it? The father feels mercy. The father feels mercy seeing the atmosphere of the children's sorrow and peacelessness. The father feels mercy seeing the atmosphere of the children's sorrow and peacelessness. You and the father know that all this is going to go into extreme. All this, whatever is happening, is going to go into extreme. There cannot be the end without the extreme. It has to reach its climax, the extreme. So there cannot be the end without the extreme. At such a time, give souls this experience. Do not just let them hear about it, but give them the experience. But give them the experience that God is giving the inheritance. That God is giving the inheritance. All of you also ask, do you not? All of you also ask, do you not, that when and how will God's revelation take place? You ask this, do you not, that when and how will God's revelation take place? Well, the sound has reached as far as them saying, yes, the Brahma Kumaris are doing good. But who is teaching the Brahma Kumaris? So whatever they are doing is good, but who is teaching the Brahma Kumaris? Who is the bestower for the Brahma Kumaris and Brahma Kumars? Who is their bestower? Now you have to bring the time close. Now you have to bring the time close and bring about completion, is it not? You now have to bring the time close and bring about completion, is it not? Who is going to bring the completion close? Who is going to bring the completion of time close? Each of you children considers yourself to be an instrument for this, do you not? Each of you children consider yourself to be an instrument for this, do you not? Together with himself, the Father has given the children this responsibility. Son shows Father. So together with himself, the Father has given you children this responsibility as son shows father. when some of you knew the Father, when some of you knew the Father, what happened when you came to know the Father? What did you do when you came to know the Father? You recognized Him, you knew Him, and having become His children, you claim the right to His inheritance, is it not? You recognized Him, you knew Him, and having become His children, you claim the right to the inheritance, is it not? Now there should be a queue. Now there should be a queue formed of the souls who will claim their inheritance. Now there should be a queue formed of those souls who will claim their inheritance. But why is this queue still stuck and not being formed? Why is this queue stuck and not being formed? Not taking shape? This queue is not taking place, not taking shape. Why? Why? Because some children are even now, because some children, Baba's children, are even now caught up in the queue of waste thoughts themselves. Because some children are even now caught up in the queue of waste thoughts themselves. So they're already in they are caught up in that queue of waste thoughts. In the form of why, what, how. They are still asking questions themselves. So they're already in the queue of waste thoughts themselves. You do give time for this completion, but you haven't yet finished the waste. You are giving time for this completion, but you haven't yet finished the waste in you. The waste creates an obstacle to become powerful. So the wasteful, Baba is rhyming words, but the wasteful Vyarth creates an obstacle to become powerful Samarth. So Vyarth does not allow you to become Samarth. The wasteful creates an obstruction to becoming powerful. So today, Bap Dada, Bap Dada Bap Dada is giving courage to all the children from everywhere for them to finish their waste thoughts. Bap Dada is giving courage to all the children from everywhere for them to finish their waste thoughts. Finish all waste thoughts from now. Finish all waste from now. Constantly be powerful and make others powerful. Do not just give the message, but become powerful and make them powerful. Become powerful and make others powerful. Celebrate the day for finishing all waste. celebrate the day for finishing all waste. Is this possible? Those who think, those who think those who do believe that waste thoughts cause a lot of sorrow for the self, they also waste your time. They also waste your time and don't give you so much of an experience of constantly being happy and fortunate. So you do believe that waste thoughts cause a loss for the self. They waste your time and don't give you so much of an experience of constantly being happy and fortunate. So you do believe, don't you, that you have to bring the time for completion close. Who has to bring the time for completion close? It's you, is it not? It is you, not? Is it not? So who will do this? You, who will do this? You have to do it, do you not? You are those who think that you to bring the time for completion close, and for that you have to finish the waste. Not that you are not that you are to do it, but you definitely have to do it. It should not even enter in your dreams, let alone your thoughts. It should not even enter in your dreams. All the questions or waste thoughts which Baba was mentioning above. So those who consider themselves to be courageous children, raise your hand. So those who consider themselves to be such courageous children, who have finished all waste and are bringing time close, raise your hand. You're raising the hand of your mind, are you not? It's very easy to raise your physical hand. But are you raising the hand of your mind? Those of you who are raising the hand of your mind, you raise those, such ones, raise your hand. Those who are raising the hand of the mind, such ones, raise your hand. It is the hand of your mind, is it not? Acha. Now, those who will have this determined thought from now onwards, who will give this thought to Bap Dada from now, who will give this thought to Bap Dada from now, not at some point, but now, that we will definitely finish all waste thoughts from now. We will definitely finish all waste thoughts from now. We will definitely finish all waste thoughts from now. Do you agree? Do you agree? If you do agree, then raise your hand again. Raise your hand again if you agree that you will definitely finish all waste thoughts from now. Those who feel that this is a strong thought of your mind, not just raising your physical hand, but raising the hand of your mind, such ones, raise your hand. Acha, Baba is watching. Those at the back, are you raising your hand? Baba is seeing those ones who are at the back. Those who are firm in this, raise both hands. Raise both hands. Those who are firm in this, raise both hands. Okay, put your hand down. So what day is today? So what day is it today? What day is it today? It is the day to finish all waste and to become powerful. It is the day to finish all waste and to become powerful. To be constantly powerful. And what is the other task? And what is the other task? To bring the day of completion of sorrow and peacelessness close. So this is the other day. To bring the day of the completion of sorrow and peacelessness close. So these are the two tasks you are to do today. One is to be constantly powerful, and the other is to bring the powerful time close. Is it all right? Will you do both the tasks? Nod in front of Baba if you say, yes, Baba, we'll finish. We will do both these tasks today. So nod your head. Why is Bab Dada saying all this? Because Bab Dada can hear the call and the cry of sorrow of a great deal. Because Bab Dada can hear the call and the cry of sorrow a great deal. Baba doesn't know why you can't hear that cry. Bab Dada can hear, and Baba doesn't know why you can't hear the cry of sorrow, of souls. When Bab Dada can hear that, then you children, when Bab Dada can hear that, then you children who consider yourselves to be heirs, you children who consider yourselves to be heirs, those who are to claim the inheritance, who are to claim the inheritance. So, you should have mercy. So, you should have mercy for those who are to receive their inheritance, who haven't yet got it and they should receive. So, you should have mercy on them. Why do you not have that mercy? Why you still do not have that mercy? For that, what is needed in you? There should be disinterest, unlimited disinterest, and mercy. Unlimited disinterest for the world and mercy on souls. And for that, do not give time to the queue of questions. Why, what? Do not give time in such trivial matters. So do not give time in such trivial matters by asking why, what, and all that. So, O Bap Dada's long lost and now found beloved children. So, O Bap Dada's long lost and now found beloved children, the children who are blessed with multi-million-fold blessings. The children who are blessed with multi-million-fold blessings. Now, make your thoughts determined. Make your thoughts determined. Use the key of determination even more. Use the key of determination even more. Become karma yogis. Become karma yogis. You are those with a karma yogi life. A life is for all time, not just for some time. Life means all time. A life is for all time, not just for some time. So be lifelong karma yogis, karma yogi life. So now let your merciful, compassionate form of being a remover of sorrow and a bestower of happiness emerge. So now let your merciful, compassionate form of being a remover of sorrow and a bestower of happiness emerge. Bab Dada has already been telling you for a long time about the period of suddenly. Bab Dada has been telling you about this period of suddenly. So anything can happen suddenly. So at least before anything happens suddenly, at least before anything happens suddenly, you have to fulfill the call of the devotees. Before anything happens suddenly, hear the sound of sorrow of the unhappy ones. Hear the sound of sorrow of the unhappy ones. Now, each of you, young and old, each of you, young and old, world transformers, should consider yourself to be responsible for transforming the sorrow of the world and bring about the world of happiness. So, now each of you, young and old, world transformers, should consider yourself to be responsible for transforming the sorrow of the world and bringing about the world of happiness. You, until when will Bap Dada continue to come and go? Until when? So this is why it now has to happen suddenly. Well, Bap Dada's part ended suddenly, is it not? So Baba is saying, when will Bap Dada continue to come and go? So this is why it now has to happen suddenly. So now, O air quality souls, you have to enable souls to receive their inheritance. Now play the part of being merciful. Now play the part of being merciful. Do not think, when will this happen? A close, that the close means when will everything finish. So you don't just think, when will all this happen? It will happen suddenly. It will happen suddenly. So don't ask when will it happen. This is why you definitely have to finish waste. You definitely have to finish waste. Not that it will happen, but that you definitely have to do it. Bap Dada saw the result. Bap Dada saw the result and checked the fate of everyone's karma. Baba checked your speed of effort and also checked the account of the accumulation of treasures by you. Bab Dada saw the result and checked the fate of everyone's karma. Baba checked your speed of effort and also checked the account of the accumulation of treasures. So what did Baba see in the result? What did Baba see in the result? You do make very good effort to accumulate. You do make very good effort to accumulate, but but there is a variety of percentage in what you accumulate. Variety of percentage in what you accumulate. You think that you have accumulated. Yes, you do accumulate, but it is in a percentage. That means, Baba means to say, it's not fully accumulated. It's accumulated only in a percentage. A little is accumulated, but it is not accumulated for all time. You do it, but there's a difference in accumulating it for some time and accumulating it for all time. This is why Bap Dada is now this is why Bap Dada is now making you have a determined thought for each and everything. He made you do this for anger, did he not? Make a determined thought to never get angry. He made you do it for anger. However, there should not be even a trace of any upheaval in your mind about anyone. So not just anger, but then not even a trace of upheaval in your mind about anyone. There should not be any why or what in this. Yes, you have controlled anger through your mouth. Some of you have done this very well. However, it still continues in your mind a little. You are trying to finish it. You are trying to finish it. Nevertheless, Bap Dada is pleased that your attention has been drawn towards this. You have begun to realize. That only I will be at a loss if I don't make a determined thought, or if I keep doing it. Only I will be at loss. So, did you understand? Did you understand? Baba does remind us to make sure that we understand. So Muniben is saying, Eastern zones turn to serve Bengal, Bihar, Orissa, Assam. At that time there was also Tamil Nadu and Nepal. But Tamil Nadu is not here today. It is Tamil Nadu has been given another turn. The last Baba's meeting, 23rd March, is given to Tamil Nadu to serve. So Bengal, also double foreigners. Baba is seeing the double foreigners. Okay. So Bengal, Bihar, Assam, Orissa, Nepal, all the east of India, along with Nepal, East Nepal, which so now it is the eastern zone in particular. In eastern too, there are so many states, so many parts. The eastern zone has a speciality. The eastern zone has a speciality, and in that too, Kolkata in particular, where the sun of knowledge arose, where the sun of knowledge arose. The land on which the sun of knowledge arose is so great. The land on which the sun of knowledge arose is so great. And Bap Dada has seen that in this zone too, service is spreading well. That service is spreading well in this zone too, whether it is Bengal, Bihar, or its companions, also Nepal, Orissa, Assam, Nepal. So, yes, it has many companions. Because there are many of you companions, because the sun of knowledge arose there. So there are many centers and many companions. And until today, Bap Dada has seen that every area until now, even though it may not be a big zone, it may be small, there is a lot of enthusiasm for service even among the small zones. You have done it and you are doing it with interest. You have done it and you are doing it with interest, and this is why in all these zones that are being mentioned, the name of service has been glorified in all those places. As a result, it has been seen that regular students have also been created. Regular students have also been created, whether they are big or small programs, whether big or small programs have taken place. There is support from the media too. But now, whatever Baba has asked you to do to bring time close. This is what Baba has asked you to do, to bring time close. And for that, you now have to make preparations as quickly as possible for that. Acha. Bap Dada is also giving congratulations to those who have come from Bengal, Bihar, etc. You are looking, Bap, you are looking after the charitable task of serving the yajna very well. You are looking after the charitable task of serving the yajna very well. There is a big crowd, but Bap Dada has seen one thing. There's a big crowd, but Bap Dada has seen one thing. Everyone now likes to come in large numbers rather than small numbers. They now like to come in large numbers rather than coming in small numbers. Day by day, numbers are just growing. Okay, you may sit down. Okay, now double foreigners. So many double foreigners had come at that time. This Murli is of 15th March 2010. 15th March. So many double foreigners were here. Raise your hand, but double foreigners. Baba is seeing all the double foreigners. See, so many double foreigners. Bap Dada has given double foreigners the title of being double effort makers. Bap Dada has given double foreigners the title of being double effort makers. So speak. Are you double effort makers? Are you double effort makers? Not double foreigners, but double effort makers. Raise your hand. So you're not double foreigners, but you are double effort makers. Very good. Bap Dada has always said that the service abroad, has proved the Father's title of the world server. Previously, Baba was just a Bharat server. But now, in every turn, there are double foreigners from 90 countries. They have come, 80, 90 countries, double foreigners have come. So they do come from so many countries. Bap Dada is pleased that service abroad is growing. That service abroad is growing, and you reach here in every turn, in every season. You reach here in every turn, in every season, and with so much enthusiasm. With so much enthusiasm. Brazil. Okay. All those who have come here, Do all of you consider yourselves to be free from obstacles? Those who consider themselves to be free from obstacles, raise your hand. Raise your hands if you consider yourselves to be free from obstacles. Free from obstacles, Baba was asking. They are raising their hands. So Baba is asking again. Okay. There is a majority. Some are not because they're not raising their hand. So some are not, though the majority is. Bab Dada is pleased. And what does he remember in his heart? Wah, children, wah. Okay, you may sit down. Okay. Now listen to the Yad Pyar. To all the children everywhere who are lovers of God. To all the children everywhere who are lovers of God. To those who constantly fly, those who constantly continue to fly in the Father's love and are intense effort makers and are true servers who are free from obstacles in service. Bab Dada is seeing all such children from everywhere. Along with that, Baba is also seeing the children from far, far away. Baba is seeing them and also seeing all the children who are watching and listening to Bab Dada on a screen in different places in Shantivan. Bab Dada is giving all these children the blessing. Bab Dada is giving all these children the blessing. May you always remain happy and distribute happiness for all time. May you always remain happy and distribute happiness for all time. A happy face. Anyone who sees your face should become happy on seeing your face. No matter what someone may be like, on seeing your face, they should also be happy. This is a blessing for all the children everywhere. It is a blessing for all those who are sitting here personally in front. Your face should never wilt. So blessing for everyone and also for those who are sitting personally in front. Your face should never wilt. If you wilt, what would be the condition of the world? If you wilt, what would be the condition of the world? You have to have a constantly happy face and also be engaged in activities of happiness and make others remain like that too. To such intense effort maker children, effort-making children, to such intense effort-making children, Bab Dada's love, remembrance, love, remembrance, and namaste to all the sweet, sweet children. So, love, remembrance, and namaste to all the sweet, sweet children. Oh, Dadi Janki is so happy. I'm sure she also must be watching from the subtle regions. So this is the Murli of 15th March 2010. And today is 25th March 2021, 11 years ago. And just see in these 11 years how drama has changed. And who knows what more is to come next year. But as Baba wants us to bring time close, this is what now our main effort should be, to make the sorrowful, unhappy souls, miserable souls be happy, and they should receive God's inheritance of happiness. This is how our stage also should be, like that of Bap Dada. So stable, so sweet, so loving. So 15th March 2010, the original date of this Murli. And so many sitting here are already become angelic. They have become Avyakt, Amit Chan Bhai too. Okay, you
बाप
may
दादा
continue
के
sitting.
वरदानी बोल प्यार पर कुर्बान होने वाले संपूर्ण पवित्रता के
So, the heading
वरदान
of
से
this
बाबा को
Murli was,
सुशोभित किया।
O souls
डबल
who
सेवा
are
में
worthy of God's
वंशज
love,
सेवा और
give a
सकाश में
handful of happiness
बाप दादा
to
ने आप
those who
सभी
are
को
unhappy.
अंडरलाइन कराया
Finish all
और
waste
व्यक्त की
and become
समर्पण
powerful
का दिवस
and
मना
bring the
करके
time
व्यर्थ को
close.
समर्थ
This
में
was the
बनाए
essence of the whole
समर्थ
Murli.
बन
We have to
सबको
become
समर्थ
powerful
बनाना है
and make others
और साथ
powerful.
साथ
And
ये आवाज
along with
अभी
that,
फैले कि
let this sound
परमात्मा आ
spread
गया है
that God
वर्षा देने आ
has
गया है
come, He's giving us
अब नहीं
inheritance,
तो
and
फिर
now is the
वर्षा
time to
आपसे
take.
कब लेंगे।
If not now,
अंत में
then
बाबा ने
never.
बहुत सुंदर
And Baba
वरदान
at the end very
कि चेहरा
beautifully blessed
ऐसा
us
खुशनुमा
that your
हो,
face should be
चेहरे
so
पर इतनी
cheerful,
खुशी हो
so much
जो
happiness on
आपको
your face
देखकर
that
औरों को
whoever
भी
looks at
खुशी
you
मिले।
should
किया
also
और चेहरे
become
से
happy from your
प्रैक्टिकल
face, your
कि बाप को
activities. You have to
प्रत्यक्ष
reveal the
करें
Father.
तो हम सब बाबा से दृढ़ता की चाबी लगाकर दृढ़ संकल्प
So
से
apply the key of
इस वायरस को
determination
पूरा कर रहे
and
हैं।
and fulfill Baba's desire. Okay, so now
तो हम
Madhurvani
सभी
group is going to sing this
बाप
beautiful
दादा के
song.
इन महावाक्यों
And
को
brother
जो होमवर्क
Satish
मिला
is
है
so clever,
उसको
on the
प्रैक्टिकल
Murli
करके
he
सबूत
creates the
दिखाइए।
song.
अभी
And Baba has
मधुरवाणी
also
ग्रुप
said
हम
how
सभी
Baba
के
is giving us
समक्ष
the
है।
homework which we have to
अपनी मधुर आवाज
accomplish
से
and show it to Bap
बाप
Dada.
दादा जो प्राणों से प्रिय है
Bap Dada,
और हम
who is our
सबको
beloved
संतुष्ट करते
Father, who
हैं,
is
ऐसे
fulfilling all our
संतुष्ट होना
desires, making
बाप
us so
दादा के प्यार
contented.
में कुर्बान
And we children who
मधुरवाणी
are the
ग्रुप
jewels of
बहुत
contentment,
प्यारा सुंदर
always
गीत हम सभी के
surrender to
समक्ष
Bap
प्रस्तुत कर
Dada.
रहे हैं।
ओम शांति। ओम शांति। प्यारे बाबा, आपको हम बेहद प्यारे हैं। हम भी कहते आप बाबा प्राण हमारे हैं। परम धाम से आप हमारे लिए पधारे हैं और प्यारी प्यारी शिक्षाओं से भाग्य संवारे हैं, हमारे भाग्य संवारे हैं। ओ बाबा आप हमारे हैं, हमारे प्राणों से प्यारे हैं। ओ बाबा आप हमारे हैं। एक बार जोरदार तालियों के साथ प्यारे बाबा का अभिनंदन करते हैं। से भाग्य संवारे हैं, हमारे भाग्य संवारे हैं। ओ बाबा आप हमारे हैं, हमें प्राणों से प्यारे हैं। ओ बाबा आप हमारे हैं। दूर दूर से बच्चे आए, दूर से आए हैं बाबा। दूर दूर से बच्चे आए, दूर से आए हैं बाबा। अव्यक्त में साकार का अनुभव कराए हैं बाबा।
दूर दूर से बच्चे आए, दूर से आए हैं बाबा। अव्यक्त में साकार का अनुभव कराए हैं बाबा।
अनुभव कराए हैं बाबा। जादूगर की जादूगरी गुण गाते सारे हैं।
जादूगर की जादूगरी गुण गाते सारे हैं।
प्यारी प्यारी शिक्षाओं से भाग्य संवारे हैं, हमारे भाग्य संवारे हैं। ओ बाबा आप हमारे हैं, हमें प्राणों से प्यारे हैं। ओ बाबा आप हमारे हैं। आकर के परमात्म प्राप्तियां हम तो परम प्रसन्न हुए। प्यास बुझी है सदा काल की, ऐसे हम संतुष्ट हुए।
आकर के परमात्म प्राप्तियां हम तो परम प्रसन्न हुए। प्यास बुझी है सदा काल की, ऐसे हम संतुष्ट हुए।
ऐसे हम संतुष्ट हुए। क्यों ना हो जब आप स्वयं अपना सब वारे हैं।
क्यों ना हो जब आप स्वयं अपना सब वारे हैं।
प्यारी प्यारी शिक्षाओं से भाग्य संवारे हैं, हमारे भाग्य संवारे हैं। ओ बाबा आप हमारे हैं, हमें प्राणों से प्यारे हैं। ओ बाबा आप हमारे हैं। प्यारे बाबा आपको हम बेहद प्यारे हैं। हम भी कहते आप बाबा प्राण हमारे हैं। परम धाम से आप हमारे लिए पधारे हैं। प्यारी प्यारी शिक्षाओं से भाग्य संवारे हैं, हमारे भाग्य संवारे हैं। ओ बाबा आप हमारे हैं, हमें प्राणों से प्यारे हैं। ओ बाबा आप हमारे
ओम शांति।
बहुत सुंदर बाप
A
दादा
very
की
beautiful
शिक्षाओं से
song
भरपूर
filled
आप
with
सभी के
Bab
समक्ष
Dada's
वरुण
teachings.
भाई ने बहुत
The
प्यारा
Madhurvani
कीर्तन
group
था
presented a
और
very
बाप
beautiful
दादा का
song,
रथ बॉम्बे में स्वास्थ्य लाभ ले
and the
रहा
chariot
है,
of Bab
लेकिन
Dada
बेहद की इतनी
is in
सेवाएं
Bombay.
करके सभी आत्माओं को, ब्राह्मणों को खुश कर रहे, संतुष्ट कर रहे, दुआएं दे रहे हैं। तो सभी ब्राह्मणों की दुआएं भी
So all the
बाप दादा के
blessings
रथ
and
को
good wishes
जल्दी
of
जल्दी
all the
स्वस्थ
Brahmin
करके
family.
सेवा स्थान पर ले आए। ऐसे हम सबकी
May
बहुत
Gulzar
बहुत
Dadiji get well
शुभकामनाएं
soon. We
और
have good
सर्व
wishes for
ब्राह्मणों
her.
की आयु बाप दादा के रथ दादी गुलजार को लंबी आयु प्रदान करे।
So may Dadiji get well soon. We have such good wishes.
पहुंच रहा है।
Our yoga and vibrations are reaching Dadiji.
जी अपने वरदानी
Now we
बोल
request
हम
Dadi
सबके
Ratan Mohini
समक्ष
ji
रखेंगी आदरणीय दादी जी।
to say a few words of her blessings. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Everyone speak up. Om Shanti. This beautiful gathering
प्रकार का कार्य चल रहा है, लेकिन फिर भी साइलेंस लगती
there are
है।
so many, but still it seems as if it is silence here.
अंदर
This means
हमको सदा ऐसा ही अनुभव
we
करना
should always
चाहिए।
experience this,
तो जहाँ भी हम हैं,
that wherever we are,
तो हम साइलेंस में स्वयं भी साइलेंस
we should be in silence, we should ourselves be in silence,
भी मिलते रहे।
and to whomsoever we meet,
से
we should meet with silence,
मुस्कुराते हुए चेहरे से
with a smiling face.
हुए जो बाबा ने कहा है,
So, whatever Baba has said,
वाक्य हम बोले
we should tell those versions to others,
खुशी भी होगी।
so everyone would experience happiness
खुशी
and we will also experience happiness.
आज बाबा ने हमें क्या क्या बातें सुनाई
That today, what all Baba has told us,
पर हम अपना पूरा ध्यान रख
we should pay attention all such things that Baba has told us, and by keeping the attention,
वो स्मृति बनी रहे।
we will have that awareness.
हम बच्चों से चाहते हैं,
We will have that awareness whatever Baba wishes from us.
याद
So we should always remember
रखो सदा सबको उसी नजर से
that we have to see everyone with that vision
हम सब एक बाप की
that we all are the children of the one Father,
ने हमें जो कार्य दिया
and the task that Baba has given to us,
वो हम करते रहे।
we should keep on doing that task,
हमें भी खुशी रहेगी,
with which we will also have happiness, and
सुनने के
others who listen to it will also experience that happiness.
इसलिए आज का दिन सबके
This is why
का है।
today is the day of happiness for all.
सुनते रहे,
We all should listen carefully
देखते रहे,
and should see.
तो अपने अंदर में दिखाई पड़ेगा।
Then we will be able to see inside ourselves
जो प्रोग्राम देते
that whatever program Baba gives,
अंदर कितनी खुशी समाई हुई,
there is so much happiness merged in it.
हम अंदर ही अंदर स्वयं खुश रहे।
We should be happy inside
सबसे खुशियाँ मनाते
and should celebrate that happiness with everyone. Om Shanti.
दादी जी ने खुशियों का भंडार खोल दिया।
Dadiji has opened the treasures of happiness, and now I request respected Nirvair Bhaiji
हम सभी के समक्ष रखें।
to present his good wishes in front of all. Om Shanti.
हमारी शारदा बहन जी को थैंक्स
thanks to our Sharda Benji,
आपने दादी जी को
Sister Sharda, who
विशेष रूप से याद
specially remembered our
और थैंक्स
Dadiji
दिया।
and who gave special thanks to Dadiji, Dadi Gulzarji, and expressed
स्वस्थ होकर मधुबन आ जाए।
her feelings that she should get well soon and come to Madhuban very soon.
डॉक्टर्स नीलू बहन सभी
Doctors, Sister Neelu,
में है।
everyone is taking good care of her.
बाकी हम सब की शुभ भावना
And
शुभकामना
we all have our good wishes and good feelings that continue to reach her.
सभी बहनों भाइयों को धन्यवाद।
And thanks to all brothers and sisters there, we keep on giving thanks.
डॉक्टर प्रताप जी
Dr. Pratap ji,
गए हैं, खास वहाँ एक सप्ताह रह
he just went from here.
उन्होंने भी आकर के समाचार सुनाया
He stayed there specially for a week and he gave the news. And he also gave the news of today morning that there is much improvement in Dadi's health.
बाकी आज का ये संगठन देखने में तो
And today's gathering,
ईस्टर्न जोन अधिक भाई बहन
it is of Eastern Zone. There are many brothers and sisters from Eastern Zone,
से भी है और कुछ
but
देश से भी है।
there are from all over
वीडियो दिखाया
Bharat and also few from abroad.
सारे विश्व के भाई बहनें
The video that was seen, that was shown,
कोई कोई
there were many brothers from abroad,
हो गए हुए हैं। तो वो भी आज के वीडियो में देखने में आते थे।
and we could also see few of them who have become Avyakt.
आज की जो सुबह की भी क्लास थी
Today's morning class
और अभी भी जो
and
अव्यक्त बाप दादा की मुरली सुनी
this Murli, Avyakt Murli of Bab Dada that you all heard.
अंडरलाइन किया
Bab Dada has underlined
कि हमें
that
किस स्मृति में रहना है
in what awareness should we always remain?
और उसके
Where should we
साथ
focus?
व्यवहार के अंदर
And
कैसी भावनाएं रखनी
what feelings should we have in our behavior and attitude?
तो इतनी अच्छी बातें सुनने
So,
वाले
we listen to
हम
such
आप
good
सभी
things.
ब्राह्मण कुलभूषण
We all
पद्मा
Brahmins,
पदम
we are
भाग्यशाली
multi-million fortunate.
चाहे यहाँ सन्मुख सुन रहे हैं
Be it if we are listening personally or we are listening through the medium of television in India and abroad.
लेकिन सभी जैसे बाबा ने हम बच्चों को
But all of you,
महान महान पद्मा पदम
Just as
भाग्यशाली का टाइटल
Baba
दिया
has
है,
given us the title of most elevated, multi-million fortunate.
दिल से स्वीकार कर
We should accept this title with our heart. If we accept it with our heart, we will always remain smiling and cheerful.
और उसके
We
साथ
will never be disheartened.
जो आप
Along with that,
वाणी में भी सुना
you heard in the Murli,
सभी के दिल की आवाज होती है खुश रहो
that is the sound of every heart. Be happy and distribute happiness.
बांटने का एक छोटा सा बाबा मिसाल देते हैं
A very
और
small
कुछ नहीं।
instance Baba gives of distributing happiness.
मुख से शुभ बोलने की मिठाई सबको खिलाते रहो तो शुभ
We should make
भावना,
others
शुभ
eat
कामना
the sweet of our sweet words. Our feelings should be
समय को पहचान
good for everyone, and
अपने
by
वर्तमान
recognizing the present time,
पुरुषार्थ को इतना
we
महीन
should
बनाए
make our effort
जो बिल्कुल
so deep
पास विद ऑनर
that
हो जाए
we should become pass with
उसके लिए
honors.
आप सबको
For
मुबारक
that,
हो।
many congratulations to everyone.
ओम शांति
Om Shanti.
बहुत सुंदर अपनी प्रेरणाएं हम सभी के
Very
समक्ष
beautifully,
और अब
You presented
आदरणीय
your
ब्रिजमोहन भाई
inspirations
से
in front
अनुरोध
of
करती हूँ
everyone. Now I
अपनी
request
शुभकामनाएं
Brijmohan Bhaiji to
शुभभावनाएं
give your
हमारे
good
समक्ष
wishes and good
प्रस्तुत करें।
feelings.
ओम शांति।
Om Shanti.
जब लास्ट स्पीकर बोलना शुरू करता
When the
है
last speaker
तो सब
starts
खुश
to
हो
speak,
जाते हैं।
then everyone becomes happy.
क्यों खुश हो जाते हैं?
Why do they become
इसके बाद
happy?
हमें छुट्टी मिल जाएगी।
Because you will get free after listening to him.
तो
So,
इतना बड़ा जो पिछली मुरली के अंदर वीडियो में ईस्टर्न का संगठन देखा
you all saw the gathering of
और
Eastern
आज
Zone
भी
in the
देखा
video. You saw in the video,
कि
and
प्यारे बाबा ने
we saw today as well in a practical way.
ईस्टर्न जोन की सेवा बढ़ाने की विशेषता को बताया।
Baba told the quality
हमें याद है
to increase the service
कि
of Eastern Zone.
2004
I remember in
यानी
2004,
2004 में एक कलकत्ता में मेला लगा था
there was a Mela gathering
और
in
उस
Calcutta,
मेले में
and in that
2
gathering,
लाख की संख्या थी
there was a
और आज
gathering of
तक
2 lakh.
ब्रह्मा कुमारी के किसी भी मेगा प्रोग्राम में
In the mega
2 लाख
programs
की
of Brahma
संख्या नहीं।
Kumaris, there had never
उस
been
वक्त 2 लाख की थी।
the
आपको
gathering of
ताली
2
नहीं
lakh.
बजानी चाहिए
And
अपने लिए
during that time, there was a gathering of 2 lakh people.
और उसमें भाषण करने वाले थे
And in that, the main
दादी
speakers were
जानकी जी,
Dadi
दादी
Janki ji
प्रकाश मणि
and
जी,
Dadi
दादी
Prakashmani
गुलजार
ji,
जी,
Dadi
दादी
Gulzar
निर्मल
ji, Dadi
शांता
Nirmal
जी
Shanta ji.
और गवर्नर आदि।
There were governor
तो
and other eminent
उस
people
वक्त
too.
दादी जानकी ने
At
बोला
that
था
time, Dadi Janki said
कि इस वक्त ब्राह्मणों की संख्या 7 लाख है।
that at that time, the
2004
count of
में
Brahmin family
तो
was
7
7
लाख
lakh.
संख्या ब्राह्मणों की
In
वो 2
2004,
लाख की सभा। तो
there
क्या
was the
कमाल है,
gathering of 2 lakh
आपका
people.
रिकॉर्ड आज तक कोई नहीं तोड़ सका। अगर आपको अपना रिकॉर्ड तोड़ना है तो आप खुद ही तोड़ोगे। और मैंने उसमें ये देखा था
And I saw at that time
कि प्रकाशमणि दादी जी ने केवल 5-6 मिनट ही
that
भाषण
Dadi
दिया।
Prakashmani ji spoke only
2
for
लाख की
5-6
सभा थी,
minutes.
लेकिन उसमें जो बात कहनी चाहिए
But
जो
whatever
सार की
should be
उन्होंने
spoken,
कही
he
कि
spoke
देखो
in essence.
वैष्णव लोग देवी देवताएं लक्ष्मी नारायण कैसा भोजन करते हैं।
That how
और दादी
deities
जी ने सबको
have
कहा
their food.
जो भी
The
चीजें
Lakshmi and
होती हैं
Narayan,
मैं
how
उसको
do they have
जिक्र
their
नहीं
food?
करता। ये भोजन में नहीं करना चाहिए।
So she spoke
इतना ही
about
नहीं,
what they do not have in their
दादी जी
food.
ने झोली निकाली और बोला खड़े हो जाओ,
So she said
जो भी
and
चाहते
asked
हैं
everyone to
प्रॉमिस
stand
करते
up,
हैं कि आज के दिन के बाद ऐसा भोजन नहीं
and she
खाएंगे।
asked everyone to promise
मैंने
that you
देखा
should not
वीडियो में
have
तो
such
वाकई
food.
90% ने
And
खड़े हो
90% of the
गए। ये
gathering
है
they stood
पवित्रता
up
की शक्ति।
and they promised. This was the power of
जानकी दादी
purity.
जी का भी मैंने थोड़ा सा सुना।
And I also heard
उन्होंने भी
Dadi
सार रूप
Janki
में
ji.
5 मिनट ही प्रवचन
She
किया,
also spoke
लेकिन
only for 5 minutes.
क्या कहा
But in that
कि
she said
देखो एक कीचड़ की दुनिया है
that
और
this
इसमें
is
कमल फूल
the
के समान
world of
रहना
mud,
है।
and in this
और
we have
उसके
to
बाद
stay like
कहा
a
कमल
lotus
फूल
flower.
काफी नहीं है, गुलाब का फूल बनना है, गुणवान बनना है।
And you also have to
तो हम
become like a
देखते हैं
rose.
कि सारा सार हमारी दादियाँ जहाँ जाती हैं
So we
वो
saw that
सुनाती हैं
Dadi
और
ji
सबके सार का
used to
सार
tell
वो प्यारे
essence of the
बाबा
whole
सुनाते हैं।
knowledge.
और जिस दिन जिस समय जो मुरली
And
अप्रोप्रिएट होती है
the
समय के
Murli
अनुसार
that is
वो हम
appropriate as
सुनते
per the
हैं।
time we listen to
और आज
that.
की मुरली में
And
बाबा
in
ने
today's Murli,
हमें फिर रिमाइंड कराया।
Baba reminded us again.
सिंपल 2-3 बातें कराई हैं, आप सबने
Simply he
ध्यान से
reminded us
सुनी
of
होंगी।
2-3 things.
एक तो ये बाबा ने करवाई है
One, Baba said
कि देखो मैंपन नहीं लाना है,
that there should not
मेरी
be consciousness
विशेषता
of
मेरा
mine,
ये इत्यादि
that this is
ये
mine, that is
आपके
mine.
संपन्न बनने में विघ्न डालता
So
है।
this will be an obstacle in
फिर
your
बाबा ने
becoming
कहा
complete and perfect.
कि आप बच्चों को
And secondly, Baba said,
जो 2 काम बताए हैं ना,
Baba
तो
gave
एक
2
काम तो ये
homeworks.
करना है
One,
कि सारी दुनिया की आत्माएं कितनी दुखी
that
हैं, अशांत
the
हैं,
people of
शांति
the
नहीं है।
world are
बाबा
in
को तो उनकी आंखें
peacelessness.
सुनाई देती हैं और बाबा
They are
ने बच्चों को
sorrowful.
ये कार्य दिया हुआ है
So Baba gave us
कि
this
उसको
task
दूर करना
to remove the sorrow
और मनसा सेवा
and
से करना।
peacelessness, and you have to do it through the service of your mind.
बाबा ने कहा
And
व्यर्थ
secondly, Baba
संकल्प
said,
हमारे रास्ते में आते हैं
the waste
और व्यर्थ
thoughts that
संकल्पों
come
की
as an
गोली ही रहती
obstacle,
है,
there's a
जो
queue of
हमारी
waste
शक्ति को
thoughts
खत्म कर देते
that
हैं।
destroy
व्यर्थ
our
संकल्प खास
stage.
तौर पे आज की मुरली में
So
ये
especially
व्यर्थ संकल्प
Baba
बहुत
focused on the
यातना
waste
ही है।
thoughts that you have to
सबने हाथ भी उठाए
renounce
थे।
waste thoughts, and
व्यर्थ
everyone raised their
संकल्प
hands
नहीं करेंगे फिर हम
that they will not
संपन्नता
have
के
any
समय
waste
का
thoughts anymore.
समाप्ति के समय का आवाहन कर सके। बाकी आपसे मिलकर बहुत खुशी हुई।
And it is I'm very happy to meet all of
अन्य
you.
जगह जाते कितना दिक्कत होती है ट्रैवल करने में।
It is very
अभी हम
difficult
सब
to
आपसे
travel
देखो
such a
बड़े
long,
प्यार से
such
मिलते
far
हैं
away place,
और
Calcutta
ना
and other
केवल मिल रहे
places.
हैं बल्कि कलप कलप कलप
We
कलप
are
कलप
meeting
कलप
now,
मिलते ही
and we
रहेंगे।
will meet every cycle again and again. Om Shanti.
ओम शांति।
Om
आपने उन
Shanti.
भावनाओं को महसूस किया।
So you all
पानीपत के जो भी
felt
भाई बहन भज्जी के लिए आए हैं
the
उन्हें
good
सौगात
wishes.
ज्ञान सरोवर में मिलेगी। वो कृपया साइलेंस में योग करिएगा। साइलेंस में योग करिएगा। पावरफुल साइलेंस में।
आपने कमाल कर दिया, हमारा सारा जीवन आपने खुशहाल कर दिया, हाँ खुशहाल कर दिया हो बाबा आपने कमाल कर दिया, हमारे बाबा आपने कमाल कर दिया। हम तो थे उलझन में, मार्ग बताया आपने,
हम तो थे उलझन में मार्ग बताया आपने,
हम तो थे गफलत में, आके जगाया आपने,
हम तो थे गफलत में आके जगाया आपने,
आपकी मीठी दृष्टि ने हमको निहाल कर दिया, हाँ निहाल कर दिया हो बाबा आपने कमाल कर दिया, हमारे बाबा ओ प्यारे बाबा आपने कमाल कर दिया। हम तो थे अंधेरे में, दिया प्रकाश आपने,
हम तो थे अंधेरे में दिया प्रकाश आपने,
पिंजरे के पंछी को दिया आकाश आपने,
पिंजरे के पंछी को दिया आकाश आपने,
आपकी शुभ आशीष ने हमको माला माल कर दिया, हम माला माल कर दिया हो बाबा आपने कमाल कर दिया, हमारे बाबा अनोखे बाबा आपने कमाल कर दिया। हमारा काया कल्प किया अनोखे राजयोग ने।
हमारा काया कल्प किया अनोखे राजयोग ने।
हमें बिल्कुल ही बदल दिया योग के नित्य प्रयोग ने।
हमें बिल्कुल ही बदल दिया योग के नित्य प्रयोग ने।
आपकी शुभ शिक्षा ने हमको बेमिसाल कर दिया, बेमिसाल कर दिया। हो बाबा आपने कमाल कर दिया। हमारे बाबा, ओ प्यारे बाबा आपने कमाल कर दिया। हमारा सारा जीवन आपने खुशहाल कर दिया, हाँ खुशहाल कर दिया। हो